that what you will, but be scared, be frightened, especially if you're on Linux, because we got 2 of these dropping, 2 zero-day vulnerabilities hitting the scene that give root access when they're not supposed to.
I heard that's bad.
You know, you're a Linux noob, but you're right. You nailed the money on the head there. So it is bad, and there's 2 of them floating out there. So the first one's called copy fail. The second one's called dirty frag. It appears to give root access on basically every distro that's been released 2017 onwards. So for the last decade.
Cool,
so
yeah.
essentially whatever you're running on, if it's modern or what have you, it's going to be vulnerable to these. And it doesn't even have to be very big. A 732 byte Python script can give the access for copy fail.
What a little guy.
Yes, very, very tiny. And it looks like Dirty Frag operates very similarly, but slightly different, especially on shared services. So think, deployed Linux servers that have multiple access points for various users. If one user can compromise, it's all over for the entire survey. So that appears to be what's happening. And these exploits had their embargoes broken by some hacking groups. And so they're actually out in the wild now.
Before
disclosure. Yeah. It's awesome. So people are actively now hacking into systems using these vulnerabilities. And it does look like most of the respectable distros or the ones that have regular updates are already patching these things out. So it's not something to be horrendously worried about if you stay up to date. But it also is one of the things to be aware of when it comes to open source distributed decentralized software, is that you are at the mercy of either getting Claude to patch it out for you, baby, or the distro lead to think that it's serious enough to implement it as a kernel patch that they're going to roll out to you. So most of them will. If you're on one of the major ones, you're likely not going to be too vulnerable. Additionally, it looks like they're targeting commercial stuff first because that's where the money is.
Where the money is.
So your little Bazite handheld isn't really at risk at the current moment. But once they realize that all of the commercial places lock their stuff down, well, then they're going to start poking and prodding, seeing, does Reese's Legion go? Have you updated it?
No, but they want my Steam library. They're coming for it.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of goods. You've been on Steam for a hot second.
Yeah.
And there's also reportedly some organizations are pitching a kill switch for the Linux kernel that can shut down vulnerable functions while people wait for patches to make it
just like a lockdown mode.
Yeah, you can't use this part of your operating system. Very Microsoft of them.
Yeah, look at that.